Charles Ease, everything you need to know when you need to know it, man. Right back at you, man. Getting back in here. Dropping this content for my people, man. Dropping this content. Yeah. So what we great talk about? What's new in the news? Listen. New Jersey rapper Albee Al. Yeah. Crazy. Jim Jones, man. Albee Al. Yeah. Punch with a V. Airdrop. They had the fire airdrop, man. Shout out to Punch. Listen. Albee Al, he went on gatmurdah's podcast, his show, and he threw Cam'ron he threw him under the bus. I mean, he jumped out the window. No one seen it coming, not even gatmurdah. Where did this conversation go left where he would call Cam'ron out of his name? You feel me? He called Cam'ron a bozo.
I think Cam like a straight bozo to me, exactly. It was like
a straight bozo to me, exactly. It was like a straight bozo to me, exactly. It was
like regardless of what, I understand that's your team or whatever, but he was acting like he was never happy to New York.
Then he stared the whole conversation. Why he even went there calling Cam'ron that name? He said Cam don't look out for his people.
He be acting like that with his real old friends too. Let's talk about that too. Like the way he dissing his boys and all like that. Y'all used to be really around each other.
Never happy to New York. He be acting like that with his real old friends too. Let's talk about that too. Like the way he dissing his boys and all like that. Y'all used to be really around each other.
He said his old friends, his current friends, whatever. He said Cam ain't loyal. Cam talk bad about his friends, man. His friends in the past, his old friends from the neighborhood, the guys he came up with, almost insinuating he was talking about Jim Jones. Almost insinuating he's talking about Jim Jones. Now, we can't link Jim directly to this, even though Jim and Cam has a lot of tension over the years, man. But what I can't figure out, how is Jim still pushing that diplomat brand? I'm still trying to figure that out. He got the clothing line and all. Maybe it's a merch deal. You feel me? Maybe it's outside of friendship. Maybe it's just business. But anyway, Albee Al, he goes on record. He goes on the show, gatmurdah show, calling Cam a bozo. Now, Albee Al, a lot of people say this is a real guy. He just came home, I think like 3 years ago or something. You feel me? Big street records, you know what I mean? He doing this thing. He got a following. He got a street alliance with him. Because under that post, yeah, when he called Cam'ron a bozo, it's a lot of, I'm going to just say it's a lot of members. It's a lot of people with street alliances, ties to street alliances, just kind of bigging up, reinforcing what Albee Al was saying. You feel me? Yeah. Now where did this come out the blue? At first I thought it was a play. But after looking further into it and my resources, people reaching out to me, I see it might been anything but a play. You feel me? Because Albee Al, he speaks an independent mind. You feel me? He's from a certain cloth, street cloth. You feel me? He's just going to keep it real and say what it is, man. And he ain't got no alliances to Cam or nothing. His alliances to Jim Jones, but I don't think Jim Jones put the battery in his back. Maybe sometimes you can be so close to a situation with an individual, you can kind of inconsequently, inadvertently take on maybe tension or beef they got with a certain individual, even though you ain't never had no dealings or brushings with that individual, but you being close to a certain person that you good with, that you know that they got an issue with. Sometimes it's just like that. And some of these guys just tied to the neighborhood, the streets, yo, they love hard, man. They love hard. Hey, but on the other hand, did Cam, Curve, Albee Al in a certain way? Did Albee Al, when he came home, did he try to get on the podcast? It is what it is podcast? We don't know. It's a big podcast. A lot of high-profile athletes and entertainers grace that platform. Maybe Albee Al thought he was, you feel me, big enough to come home and grace that platform. He reached out. Maybe Cam didn't answer that call. Maybe Cam hit him with the busy signal. Maybe Cam left him on red. Maybe this is what this is coming from that we don't know. It's behind the scenes. You feel me? We don't know for a fact where this came from. But what I do know, under that post when Albee Al talked about calling Cam a bozo, and you feel me, all the stuff that came along with that, it was a lot of guys in them comments that was rooting on Albee Al. A lot of guys with street affiliations. Yeah, in them comments that was bigging up the move that Albee Al did. Now, let's keep it real. Cam, he been pretty much far removed from a certain neighborhood culture, street culture. You feel me? Even rap. You know, Cam he's an upstanding businessman. He's intertwined with a lot of big brands and stuff. You feel me? Maybe the streets don't respect Cam no more. Maybe this is what we seeing. Maybe Albee Al, he trying to push that button. You feel me? He trying to check Cam's temperature, seeing if he really that nigga that talk that talk or used to talk that talk. That diplomat, yeah, that welcome home energy. You feel me? That Harlem energy. Yeah. Maybe Albee Al want to see if this is really that nigga and taking it up on himself to, you know, to make certain moves, press certain buttons. You feel me? Pull certain strings. We don't know. This is crazy. But I don't think Jim put the battery in Albee Al's back. Like I said, maybe it was just a situation where you could be so close to someone and someone else is giving that person that you close to a certain negative energy and being from the streets, being loyal, you pick up on that beef and you jump into it without even really knowing it. You feel me? Maybe Albee Al just flew off the head, off the cuff. Bozo. You feel me? Maybe that shit just came out his mouth without him thinking. And the type of guy that he is, his reputation, Jersey, it was too late to walk it back. You feel me? That's the type of corner you box yourself in when, you know, you standing on the type of time, you standing on a type of business. You say some shit, even though you might have not meant to say something, but it's too late. It's already out there. Ain't no backtracking. You got to live up to that reputation. You feel me? You got to live up to that reputation. Maybe Albee Al wanted to walk it back, or maybe he didn't. You feel me? I just think maybe he got caught up in the moment. You feel me? A little passion overtook him, and he said some shit, and now he's standing on it. Maybe he thought back, yo, I could have picked a better word. I could have said it differently, but he like, fuck it. It is what it is. You feel me? I'm rocking with this man over here. The guy I'm rocking with, he ops with the nigga I called a bozo. Yeah. You feel me? I'm standing on that shit. Sometimes that's how it is, man. You feel me? When you got them certain alliances, street alliances, you feel me? Certain groupings and neighborhoods and just certain situations backing you. You feel me? Albee Al, listen. Albee Al, he with the dumb shit. You feel me? He done beat some certain cases. You feel me? Certain cases that would get certain individuals' life behind that gate. He done beat some of them. You feel me? And a lot of his counterparts was rooting on, applauding what he did, and backing his every move, hanging on to his every word. Maybe they waiting to push that button. Maybe Albee Al ain't even influencing niggas to do whatever. Ain't even telling them to do whatever. Sometimes you ain't got to. Sometimes they just feeding off your energy. They see you got a certain energy with this individual. They ain't gonna ask no questions. They gonna act on it. Because that's what they are. They butting men. Enforcers. You feel me? That's what they there for. That's what they around for. You feel me? And every time when you a high profile rapper, individual, whoever, you got those guys that hang around and every chance they looking to prove theyself. You feel me? They looking to move up them ranks. Yeah. Get even more into your good graces, man. Y'all get in my comments. Let me know. You feel me? Cam, he kind of said some shit without saying some shit. Hitting back at Albee Al, but not really. Cam in a different space right now. Let's keep it real. Cam is in a completely different space. He don't even, I think he live in Vegas or something. Also, Miami. Remember Kiss was like, Cam, you live in Miami. Tech, drop that beat. The verses, yeah, it went nuts. That was legendary. He said, Cam, you don't even live in New York. You stay in Miami. You feel me? So, hey, so maybe Cam is in a different space. Maybe he just brushes it under the rug. You feel me? He in a different space. He getting a big bag. Like I said, he in bed with a lot of different brands. Yeah. So it is what it is, man. Hey, no pun intended though. That wasn't no pun right there. So get in my comments. Let me know what y'all think. Your boy Charles East. That's my time. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace of G. Yeah.